across LC with your hosts, Jeff Alsman and Cody Zitman.
Well, hello again, everyone, and here we are, just blink, and we're right into season number 3 of the E2-A2Z Across LC podcast, and wouldn't you know it, right away, my co-host is off doing very important things. Cody's not with us for the segment today, as he is actually doing some orientation for student athletes who are on campus, and we're certainly glad to see them here, looking for a great season from all of the different athletic programs. So Cody's not here today, but
good news
in his absence, we have producer O. I always want to call you Professor O.
You could. It wouldn't be true, but you could. No, what's up? I'm glad to be here. It's cool that Cody's out doing some of the orientation stuff.
Yeah,
it's that time of the year. You can kind of feel it in the air. There's more and more students, I'm sorry to say, kind of aimlessly wandering the halls, figuring out where classes are, getting ready for the fall semester. I can't believe the summer's basically.
Do you remember those days? Do you remember your first day of getting on campus someplace?
I do. All the way back in the 1900s. I remember my first trip on the campus. It's actually it's kind of a nice full circle moment, because my very first class was in this building on the 5th floor at 8 a.m. It was the dumbest. That's how rookie of a mistake it was. I took an 8 a.m. class my freshman year, 5th floor of the science building.
Stairs or elevator?
Oh, I was a stairs guy. So
you were?
Yeah, and I went up there, and then I would go to sleep in the back of the lecture hall Sunday. But no, so now I work in the building where I had my first class, and I still walk through these doors right out here by the lake, the ones that look like the old 50s diner kind of style.
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so, no, it's kind of a cool full circle moment. And my first step on campus, it was troublesome figuring out where to go sometimes.
It can be somewhat chaotic a little bit, and it's kind of scary, although you're so excited because you're looking forward to that next stage of your life, obviously. But man, looking back, I can remember it was a little traumatic. I was down at SIU, and it was lots of buildings down there, where at Alton High, I just had a couple of buildings to have to go to. So.
Yeah. So, one thing that we've done, and we're always about improving and making the product better, and how do we help students around or whatever. Now you'll see more of those student ambassadors on campus, folks that are in their second year at LC, helping the incoming freshmen figure out where to go and where the classes are. And in the first month of the school year of each semester, I probably just happened to get asked no less than 50 times, where's the nursing building? How can I get to this? And I'm like, well, bro, you're on the wrong side of campus, and so kind of those things. So there's a lot of people helping get through and get over those humps. So it's not as scary as it was when you and I went. You're not now 80s and 90s. That was me, at least 80s and 90s. We were kind of left to fend for ourselves. You got to figure stuff out, right? You're five years old, you want to make a pizza in the oven, figure out how to turn on the oven. That's the kind of stuff that we used to do. But now, no,
I don't remember doing a pizza at 5 years old.
No, was I 5? I don't know, man.
5, you think?
I don't know. It was the 80s. I had my own key.
Did you know? Did you know what 911 was?
Yeah, I know. Right. Don't call it unless you have to call it. Right.
But have it in your back pocket if you're making pizzas at age 5. I'd be a little worried.
Pizzas. I know. I had a key when I was 5. My mom's gonna freak out if she watches it. She's
like,
my
don't tell people. You're giving away a lot of secrets.
Yeah, but I feel like I probably would have made a pizza when I was 5. I know me. I would have figured it out.
And you know me, I would have probably eaten it with you. So there you go.
Well, now I'm hungry.
Yeah. Hey, we are hoping to have a great show for you today. We're going to talk women's volleyball. We're going to talk about women's soccer. We might talk somewhat about those student ambassadors also, because we have Daniel Nosce going to be on the program. He's our recruiter, also in charge of a lot of the student events, and also kind of oversees those ambassadors. So we'll kind of get some insight into who knows what we're going to talk about today.
Right.
Could be a bunch of things.
We'll just let nature take its course today. Whatever we want to talk about, we'll just go across it.
There you go. Well, why don't, since you're sitting in the seat of honor, why don't you take us out? We should say before we do that, events are starting to kick back into the schedule here. If you have any question about events on campus, if you go to events.lc.edu, that'll take you to our public calendar. And you can always get a hold of us, too, at the E2-A2Z Podcast at lc.edu. So if you have any questions, comments, thoughts, anything like that about our program, certainly feel free to get in touch with us. We're always happy to hear from you. But what I was going to say is, since you're in the chair of honor, maybe you should take us out of this segment
Sounds good to me. All right, ready?
I'm ready.
We are.
LC A to Z.
What's up? It's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? What's good, my guy? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and long-time supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Welcome back to the A to Z Across LC podcast. I'm Jeff Alsman. David Olenbittle, better known as Producer O, is with us today. He's setting in for Cody, and I'm excited about this segment because I'm going to learn something. We have with us Tom, not that I don't all the time, but especially this time.
But you're going to really pay attention
Really
now.
learn something this time. Tom Whitten is with us. He is the manager of the Fab Lab, which is down at our Nelson campus in Edwardsville. Tom, welcome to the podcast, and I don't even know where to begin. Tell us, what is it?
What the heck is the Fab Lab? Yeah, tell us about
Well,
it.
thank you very much for having me in the first place. The Fab Lab is a makerspace in Edwardsville on our Inno Nelson campus. We make things there.
Okay.
Being a makerspace, it's a little less sort of price for entry, so you're just making stuff. It's not you aren't calling it manufacturing or anything fancy. We're just using digital and analog tools to make things, from woodworking to metalworking to 3D printing, laser cutting, all sorts of disciplines.
So it's like a one-stop shop for someone who's creative and wants to build something. They come to you with a project.
You betcha.
And go from there?
Company with a project, and I help people make their dreams come true.
Well, now that's
Not to oversell anything. I really like that.
Making dreams come true.
Yeah, I feel like you've given that line before, right? I don't think that just came on the spot.
I think we got a poster.
You got that's on a card somewhere. I can tell.
It's on the business card for sure. Yes. Well, like, what are some of the more extravagant or unique or fascinating things that you have either been part of or seen somebody make?
What's the weirdest thing you've made?
Yeah,
in the
that's
Fab
sort of
Lab?
a way to put it.
A rocket, maybe. So this guy came in probably 5 years ago.
It wasn't Elon Musk, was it?
No, it was
Oh,
not.
different rocket.
No,
Okay.
no,
All
his
right.
name was Dave.
Okay.
Anyway, Dave had an idea of making a rocket with a helium balloon in it. So you launch it up with a rocket, and then you make it go higher with the helium balloon. I'm not sure if it worked or not, but we had a good 16-foot rocket in the shop anyway for a while.
Oh, wow.
Did you launch it? Or did
He launched it. Yeah, it didn't work.
Oh, it didn't work. Oh.
A minute ago, you said you weren't sure if it didn't work.
I'm sure. I am sure.
I think he was hoping I wouldn't
Trying to
ask
be
a follow-up.
charitable,
there.
So that's really cool, because one of the coolest parts about inventing and creating and doing that is it's not always going to be successful, but if you have an idea, at least you can try to figure it out and see if it worked, right? So that's cool. It didn't work. So nothing has changed. Elon Musk still corners the market.
Yes.
So that's interesting. So what about something that's very successful that you can make in the Fab Lab? Maybe something that's common that I'm not thinking about right now that, hey, that's where I could get that or create that.
So we have a lot of people come in there who are very motivated and good at designing things. And for example, one guy came in. His name's James. He came in and he decided he's going to enter a chair into a national woodworking competition for Rockler. And so when he presented it to me first, I was trying to talk him out of making it that way because it's very difficult. He was making it out of bent plywood, and so you have to make a form for that. So he made all the forms in the CNC machine, cut them all out, and then we bent the plywood over all the forms and we put all the hardware and everything together. He ended up second place in this woodworking competition. He made $1,000 off of it.
Oh, hey.
Wow.
Not too bad. So do you steam that to bend the wood? And
Well, we layered layers of 1/8-inch plywood on the buck, and then used a vacuum pump and a vacuum bag in order to pull it all down flat onto the buck.
So you just know how to do all
That's
this.
what I was just going to say. What's your background?
Or do
It
you-
sounds like you have to know a lot about
Right,
a lot.
and there's a lot of figuring out, I guess, as you go.
Yeah, so my background, I was a tool and die maker, a machinist, I built decks. I also did CNC machines and programming them as well as operating them and
CNC means
computer numeric control.
Okay.
So it's all computer controlled machines.
Okay.
And basically are like a 3D printer, but they're bigger.
And is that the laser that can cut out of metal or
no? So if you think about CNC machines would be more towards conventional machining or conventional milling machines and turning machines, lathes. So, but then they're automated with computers in order to make them more precise and more repeatable.
Got it.
So if somebody comes in with a project, let's say it's maybe not a 16-foot rocket, but it's something. What's the time frame? Does it vary? Does it depend on how much time people have to actually work on it? It's at their pace, or
it does. It is at their pace. So they show up with a project, and there are hugely different skill levels. Some people are very advanced, some people are very very new at this. And I try to tailor the way you manufacture things to those people and how they would most easily learn how to make those things.
I would be so lost. I'm not a handyman type person. I'm just sorry.
Just come in and I'll point at you.
I would say, Tom, tell me what I need to make now.
No, you know what I do? Tom, can you make this for me? And that's what I'd be doing.
Yes, that's what we don't do.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But, okay.
Oh my! But it sounds fascinating.
Yeah, it sounds really cool, and it makes me wonder: can I get you to make me something, or do I need to?
You need to show up.
I need to show up, right?
Yeah,
he just said he's not doing
exactly.
it.
He's not
I have
do
to
that.
make it. Yeah, you just told me I can't.
You make it, I help.
Okay.
You know what we need to do? We need to figure out some kind of little something or other that would be like the symbol of the podcast that would like set on the desk or on the table for every show.
Just like a bust of Cody. Right?
Well, that'd be one idea, but something.
I was thinking bobbleheads, but
I like
That's even
I didn't
better.
have time to
Can you
break
do
one of those out.
bobbleheads?
Man.
I've never made one, but doesn't stop me before.
See, I like this guy.
Right.
Nothing's going to stop him. He's
Can
going.
you imagine if Cody Zitman were in the room right
Well,
now?
think how big the bobblehead
All right,
would be.
we need the extra size.
We're going to need some scans.
We're going to need a.
Okay.
You're going to need a big tree.
So
That's
now
the first thing.
I got it. We're going to go on location. You and Cody are going to be in the Fab
would be
Lab
perfect.
and making your own bobbleheads. We'll set it up.
We could.
No
we could just
problem.
do a show there, seeing how our project is moving along.
Sounds good.
I can't wait.
Live
Cut
on
to
location.
Cody's giant head.
I
and
know.
his
Can you?
bobblehead.
You know what'll happen? You go to shake and the whole thing just tips over because can't support the weight. It's gonna have to be. Well, it might be a 16-foot bobblehead.
Sure. Big base on it. Sure.
Yeah, I like that.
Enough weight. Sure. we can make
I
it
like the
happen.
gusto though. I've never done it before, but yes, we can
I
do
know.
it. You know,
yeah.
that's cool. I
There
like
is
that.
no challenge that he's not willing to tackle.
Making dreams come true.
Yes, we don't encourage cedar canoes at the shop because if everyone starts making a cedar canoe, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Just like too big. I don't let you.
Yeah, gotcha.
The 16-foot rocket was kind of a one-off, but
Yeah. So are there certain hours? I mean, do you do this on your weekends if you want, or what?
Yeah, sure. So we're open every day, or Tuesday through Friday. We're open from 1 till 8, and on Saturday we're open from 10 till 5.
Now you mentioned that these are you try to do this at an affordable type thing. Do you just kind of figure out what the material cost is going to be, et cetera, and that's how the person finds out what they need to pay for this? Or
Just
how does
ask
that
him,
work?
how much will my bobblehead cost me?
So it's a membership base. So it works like a.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It works like a fitness club or a gym membership. You just pay $75 a month. We get a discount for our employee discount, $50 a month, and really just come in and pretty much bring your own material. We can talk about how to make things, what materials to use. There are more difficult and less difficult methods, certainly. You hear all those woodworkers talking about hand working everything, and yeah, sure, it takes a lot of skill, a lot of time, but we also have a CNC router to cut that too.
I wonder if we could do a 2-headed bobblehead for both Cody and I, or Cody and me as the.
Ask him.
Could we do
Yeah.
that?
Sure.
I knew what he was going to say if I asked him. He said, of course.
We need someone to mock that up, right? We need
How do
graphic
we do
designer
that? Do
come
I have
up
to
with
like
that.
draw it? What do I?
So that's the first step, certainly. So you have to draw it. I normally start with the sketch. So I'll have a piece of paper and pencil and just kind of sketch it out what I want, maybe some loose dimensions and that sort of thing. But then I'll go to CAD, which is computer-aided drafting. We have a lot of CAD classes here at Lewis and Clark. So CAD is the design part of digital manufacturing. So as we, if we use the CAD, we are able to use that geometry to tell a machine what to do and make something, with the computers.
You're going to be amazed if you walk in here one day and there's a two-headed E2-A2Z bobblehead on the table.
I'm gonna be pretty hype if I see that. Yeah, I'm
really excited now. I'm very tempted to move forward with that.
Well, we could do like a little desk with some mics and some,
Man.
and then you do side by side.
He's expanding the project now.
Yeah, we're gonna have to work on the color though. But
why?
We'll have to paint it. We need
so
department in charge.
Oh, I got you. So is that sort of like just 3D printing? It might be one filament color, and then you'd paint it at the end, right?
Sure. We do have multi-material printers, which you can do a lot of stuff with.
Yeah.
But a lot of times I'll just print it out in one color and paint it.
Okay.
I need to come down for a tour.
I'm interested. You've whetted my appetite.
Absolutely.
I'm interested in checking it out.
Wow, I'm really like.
No, we got to get in the shop.
I'm pumped for this. I don't even know what else to ask now.
Jeff, you don't get pumped too much, and
I know.
I see it on your face.
That's true. I'm getting ready to design this two-headed bobblehead thing. I really think that could be cool.
I think you got to scrap that idea. You can just go back to
now
the.
don't tear me down.
Let's see what it looks like.
I usually encourage people to make one-headed bubbleheads first, and then go on to two-headed ones later. But we can make it happen, man.
Oh, see.
Yeah,
so you're trying to tear it apart, and he's ready to roll.
That's why he's the manager of the Fab Lab.
That's right. He is.
I don't even have a membership yet.
I still wish I could say, Tom, make that for me, but that's not going to work. So
anyway,
so that's awesome, man. Thanks for coming in. I told you I was going to learn something.
Yeah. How can they get a hold of you, Tom?
Good idea.
How can the audience find out more and come in and become a member?
Best bet is to email me. It's T Whitten, WHITTEN. at lc.edu. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me.
Perfect.
I'm often out in the shop helping people and working my own stuff, so I don't answer the phone that well.
But you'll get back with the email. Perfect. Awesome.
Certainly.
I'm going to let you take us out. I need a drink. I need a cold drink or
All right.
something.
Thanks, Tom. That was a lot of fun. Can't wait to see Jeff's monstrosity that he's going to make with him and Cody. You two can't ever get a divorce after that. After that exists.
Well,
it will only always exist.
We have saws too to saw that.
The solution, man.
Yes.
All right, cool. We are
LC A to Z.
What's up? It's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? What's good, my guy? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Libby Coots. Libby was a math major who graduated from Lewis and Clark in 2010. She's a math teacher and the girls golf coach at Edwardsville High School. She even has her LC diploma in her classroom and always tells her students how life-changing Lewis and Clark was for her.
I'm Libby Coots, and I'm a trailblazer.
Welcome back again to the A to Z Across LC podcast. Jeff Alsman here, David Olenbittle alongside, sitting in for Cody Zipman today. He's off doing some athletic orientation segments. So David is here, and producer O is back in the I was going to call it the high chair, but I meant the chair of esteem. Is what I was thinking.
Okay. Yeah.
And we're joined. Yeah, you're here. And we're joined by Daniel Nosce. He's a coordinator of recruitment and student activities here at Lewis and Clark, and pretty much kind of in charge of getting all the students here and then finding things to do to help them want to stay here once they're here. Does that describe what you do in a nutshell?
Yes.
So you're done now. We can just go ahead and cut the segment.
Right,
we are. No.
Yeah, really. So welcome, Daniel. Tell us a little bit about what it's like. What do you have to do kind of with both those hats?
Well, with the recruitment hat, I've been the recruiter for the school for the past year under the direction of Yvette McLemore. We have done a lot with recruitment, and I wouldn't be able to say that because, oh my goodness, sorry.
Don't be nervous.
Absolutely.
Just pretend you're recruiting us.
That's recruiting. Okay. Well, I wouldn't have been able to do it without the student ambassadors. The student ambassadors have gone above and beyond and set the bar high for the ones that will follow after them. They're currently now going to be sophomores, and they're in their second year here at LC. But they have set the bar extremely high for the student ambassadors that will come after them because they are professional. They are always on time. They are really detailed and organized and pretty much everything that I am not. So all credit goes to them.
That's perfect, in perfect timing too.
Yeah.
Fall semester coming. Student ambassadors play a tremendous role in it because they'll help new students figure out where the nursing building is.
Exactly.
How do I get to Hathaway? Where's Trimpey? What is Trimpey? Those kind of things. And it's so hugely important. And I was thinking about this the other day, but I often have, I probably have in the first month of this semester, 50 students come up to me and say something. Hey, how do I get here? And it's like, bro, you got to ask Daniel. I don't know, half the stuff. But it's very cool to have them out here, and you got a good crop of them right now. And I've seen them at some of our events. And what other roles do they take other than just telling people where the buildings are?
So they are the face and personality of the school. Each one of them brings something different to the table. They also play as Blazer. They don our mascot. And that brings different personalities to Blazer. And one of our ambassadors is a gymnast. So, Blazer has some forbidden moves.
When Blazer does tricks for treats, that's that person probably.
Yes. Okay. I cannot do the splits, or a handstand, or a cartwheel.
So Blazer does all those things
when it's that student ambassador. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you do as a recruiter? Do you actually go into the high schools? Do you even go beyond that, lower levels into middle schools?
Yes.
What's your target?
Yes. So we'll visit high schools. Sometimes we'll visit the middle schools. Just get Lewis and Clark's logo out there in front of the young minds. We also attend not only just the school, public schools and private schools, but we also go out into the community for resource fairs, or if there's a backpack giveaway at the mall, or just recently we were up at the state fair, so that was really cool. And we got to meet the governor, so it was really
that's
awesome.
cool.
Blazer was up there that day with all the other
I saw that
community
picture.
college mascots, I think, right?
Correct.
He was in the. I don't know if it's he or she. It was in the front row. I noticed too. Had a nice prime spot.
Yes, that Blazer was originally in the back, but we saw him jumping up and down, so we were like, move to the front. And so we got prime positioning for Blazer and in front of everybody. So that was awesome.
That's real cool. What kind of cool stuff is coming this semester for students, community, faculty, and staff? What kind of cool stuff? Free food.
All right, so you want to know? All right, of course.
He wants to know the whole menu. You probably don't have all that planned.
So hamburgers, hot dogs, and pizza.
Nice.
Chili dogs as well, if you remember the last time I was on here. But one of the biggest things that we've been focusing on in my department is Welcome Week. And Welcome Week begins August 25th and will run all the way to August 29th on a Friday, culminating with the women's soccer game against, I believe it's Columbia. So each day is going to have some form of entertainment, some form of free food, and then at nighttime there will be some form of entertainment, some form of free food, and then each day and night there's going to be a club and organization that is promoted to the students, so that way the students can get involved with the various organizations on campus. Monday night we're going to have grilled cheese and just dance-a-thon. So I expect to see you out there, Jeff.
Did you say dance-a-thon?
Yeah, just dance-a-thon.
I heard grilled cheese.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah, I'll be there for half of it.
Okay, gotcha. Tuesday we have what do we have? Tuesday we have karaoke and barbecue. So that's always a good time. Wednesday night, we're going to have a music trivia night, so that's going to be really fun. Thursday night, we're going to have a scary movie put on by the LC Scares Club, one of our newest clubs on campus, and they're looking for new members. So if you're into the occults or anything scary, or that is a great spot for you.
What's the scary movie?
I think it's Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, yo!
I don't know anything
it's
about
a comedy.
that.
It's one of the funniest.
It's a comedy?
It's a comedy. It's awesome. I actually... I'm not.
So
gonna
it's
say
more
this.
comedy than horror.
Yeah, well, it's a zombie movie, but it's a comedy.
Okay.
No, but we review that movie in my advanced video production course because I think it's a masterpiece of comedy.
Absolutely.
It's excellent. It's excellent, but it is horror.
Now you're getting me excited again.
It's very cool. You got to take my classes, Jeff. You'd know this, yeah.
I know. You keep telling me that. And I keep telling you I put them online, and I could.
Oh, dang.
And then Friday is going to culminate with the March to the Field. We are gathering at 4:30 p.m. in the George C. Terry Riverbend Arena, and we're going to march to the Tim Rooney Stadium.
Historic Tim Rooney
Stadium for the women's soccer match against Columbia, and we are hoping we plan on getting that W.
You're bringing the crowd and bringing the noise, and
for sure,
all
drums,
of it.
speakers, flags, anything that makes noise. And then right at the end of that game, or so around the end of that game, we have brought in the big guns. When I say big guns, I'm talking cannons.
Okay.
We have 3 foam shooting cannons that we are going to let loose on our campus over by the 5 walking figures. There's going to be music out there. There's going to be LEDs. There's going to be light up things. There's going to be glow stuff. And it's just going to be a huge foam party.
It sounds like you, David.
Okay.
It's going to be really cool.
Maybe I'll show up with a video camera because that is one of my roles on
That's
campus.
true. You
so
can get some really
maybe
good-
I'll capture some footage for us.
Good B-roll there.
But I'm not getting in foam, I tell you that much right now.
I'm not either.
It's environmentally friendly. So
Okay.
Not to his video camera.
That's his video camera.
I'll bring my telephoto lens that day and I'll stay far away.
Well, it sounds like you got all kinds of things going on just even in the first week. And I guess the whole idea behind this is to get students acclimated to the campus, kind of create some friendships, some camaraderie, build some binding time and team building and just meeting new people and kind of feeling comfortable with the surroundings.
Absolutely. When a new student comes into Lewis and Clark, we want them to experience the best possible thing about Lewis and Clark,
And
which
that's
is
the foam?
Yes, absolutely. No,
He's talking about himself.
No.
Meet me.
No, I definitely think it's the relationships that the students make between each other, between
No
the staff
doubt.
and faculty, and then just a sense of community here on campus. And I can't wait to continue moving forward after Welcome Week. We've got a whole bunch of things down the line that will require the cooperation between 3 different clubs on campus, along with 2 different organizations, and just making sure that everybody's on the same page and making sure we're all in for LC.
Bar none, the best part about a community college is it's an actual community.
Yes.
We're all family and friends out here. So cool. Yep, my favorite part.
You mentioned clubs. Talk a little bit about the clubs because I suspect we have some here that probably people don't even know about.
Oh yeah, so one of the clubs that goes under the radar is the Garden Club, and that's ran by Katie Piper, and they work the majority of the time they work in the greenhouse. Which, if you haven't checked out the greenhouse, they just renovated it and they made it bigger, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. That's one of them. Another one is the Lego Club. I believe Joel Hall is in charge of the Lego Club. LC
Hold on. You just building Legos?
Yeah. Yeah, just Legos.
Could we make a bobblehead out of the Legos?
Is there an age cap on that?
I don't believe so.
44-year-olds can come and play Legos?
Yeah.
Okay.
Might as well.
I'm asking for a friend.
Oh, yeah.
LC Scares, which I mentioned before, they're into they watch a lot of movies, they read books, and it's all about things that are scary or just like a little bit unnerving. So a lot of really cool things. And then there's the Video Game Club. They have their meetings every Tuesday, 5 p.m. in the Skybox. They're getting ready to, well, they already did, but we are getting ready to swear in our next president for the Video Game Club, who is actually also the president for student activities, and his name is Cam Warnick.
What are his grades like?
They're good.
They're good. Okay, good. That's the most important thing.
Oh, no doubt.
That's everyone's grades here at LC. They're good. They're good.
It's because of the good teachers and staff out
Exactly.
What, me?
ahead.
Okay, so
You were looking at me like you were going to say something.
Well, I actually I'm a sponsor of one of the clubs on
yes.
campus too. So the Unite Christian Ministry for college age students, and so we have meetings out here too, and we'd love for more butts in the seats, and we're talking about incorporating pizza at some of our events, so maybe that'll help too. We're all about the food, but yeah, there's lots of cool things that you can do here. And I know Fall Fest, I don't know when Fall Fest is, but I know it's coming up in September maybe.
It is.
And that's something where you can learn a lot more about clubs and the different programs on campus too. Do you know the date on that? Or I
want to say the 16th. Does that sound right to you?
It's either the 12th or the 16th.
I'm not sure. But you know what?
Don't quote me on that.
Perfect time to flash up the screen. Go to events.lc.edu.
Let me switch. I have a graphic for that.
You ready?
There it is.
Okay, I'll start over.
Go. Yeah, start again.
Okay, go to events.lc.edu and you'll be able to find it on the public events calendar. Is there a website page where folks can go to our website, which is lc.edu? And if they do, can they just search clubs and organizations and they come up with a list of
Yes,
those?
it should be under it should be under the current students. Where all the clubs are listed.
Under that tab.
So there's a tab that says current students on the right-hand side of lc.edu.
Okay.
Yep, current students, you're right. I'm pretty sure that's where it is.
Yes, and so something really cool that we are working on right now in the student activities world is creating this master Excel spreadsheet of all the events on campus. So not only will they be able to find clubs that are on campus, but they'll be able to not only look at the calendar, which is online, but they'll also be able to access the spreadsheet and tell them exactly where the food is, what is going on, when it's going on, and only the goal is to have the advisors be the ones only having access to edit, but everybody else will have access to it to see.
That's awesome.
So if you can, so if you wanted to say look for just the athletic games that are happening, you'd be able to search just for those things, and you'd be able to find out when each home game is for each team. And we're really going to push this year to try and have the student activities events be the jumping off point or the push point for our athletic games, because our student athletes, they are mighty, they're strong, they're smart, they're intelligent, they're competitive, they're great. The coaches were in here earlier, I saw, and they're excited, so we want to be just as excited for them and come out and support them.
Nice. We're a community college. I love it. So cool.
Well, thanks for coming in, and we'll let you go. I know you probably have an appointment with Blazer for him to show you some new tricks and moves and things like that.
We got to give him a bath, that's for sure.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'll leave that to you. Well, you know what?
Do that before the welcome day.
No, I've got the foam. You got the perfect place for that. It just fits right in.
That is a good idea. That is a good idea.
Yeah.
I'll see if the school is okay with that. We'll find out.
Daniel, thanks for coming in. Will you take us out?
Absolutely. We are
LC A to Z.
What's up? It's my Keith. What's up, bro? What's good, my guy? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Tom Wells, an assistant chief of the Godfrey Fire District. He has been a firefighter and an EMT for over 20 years. Tom is currently an instructor in the Lewis and Clark paramedicine program and has 2 degrees from LC, fire science and nursing.
I'm Tom Wills, and I'm a trailblazer.
Welcome back to the A to Z Across LC podcast. Jeff Alsman here. Cody Zipman is not. He's on assignment. He's actually taking care of some orientation things during our program today. But we do have producer O, who is here with us. And we're also joined in this segment by 2 members of our athletic coaching staff. We have Jenna Brown, who is the volleyball coach, and we have Justin Bernaix, who is the women's soccer coach. And you both waved, but I think they probably could have figured out who was who. Don't you think?
I went through the trouble of putting the titles on.
Up,
so I wanted to show everybody. Now,
but it's not polite to not wave back.
Can I ask a question? Is anybody fact-checking Cody actually missing this show? We know that he's there. We know that he's out doing whatever. He's not just gone.
He might be under the table.
Right? I fear that sometimes. Last week, this means nothing to anybody except for me and Cody, but last week I came back from lunch and somebody was in my studio with somebody else, and it was Cody. And I was like, how'd you get in here? He's like, I got a key to
He's got a key.
I got a key to every
Sure
room.
does.
I used to work in maintenance.
That's
I got a key
right.
to every room in this building.
That's right.
So, yeah, we got to work on that.
You never
We gotta
know
figure
when
it out.
if a door opens up and he pops in with a yell or something like that. I wouldn't put it past him.
I wouldn't.
No.
And he
certainly
could
not.
hear us in the hall right now. So if he's passing by, I'm sure he'll stop
true.
him. But no,
That's true.
he's not passing by because he's doing what he's supposed to do.
So let's start by talking some volleyball with Jenna. We'll go with ladies first here. Jenna, your first full season, correct, as our volleyball coach. Exciting, I guess?
Yes, full season, full-time.
And as head coach.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
full-time, right. So how does that change the way you prepare and things like that?
It changes everything. I feel a lot more clear-headed, a lot more time, a lot more energy to be able to focus just on volleyball. It's been busy hours this first week, but it's all for good stuff. Watching lots of film, lots of highlight from practice, doing lots of stats to give girls things to reflect on, and yeah.
So obviously we're going to let you play prognosticator. Of course, every coach thinks they're going to win every game, or at least that's the goal going in.
Yeah.
But what's the season look like based on what you know about who's coming back, who's coming in, what the team makeup looks like?
Yeah, so we returned 5 girls, meaning we brought in, let me do my math correctly, 15 new girls. So lots of fresh faces, lots of fresh energy, and just a lot of talent coming in. And I think we're looking top notch. I'm super excited. Big turnaround from last year. I think there's between me being able to fully be here, the amount of time we're putting into the gym, the amount of time we're putting into just team togetherness. That's a huge goal this first couple of weeks, is building the team culture, and just the team culture and just mental toughness that's already getting built. I think it's going to help us do some damage, and I'm excited.
You have any emerging leaders on the squad, or is it just the five you brought back probably taking the reins?
They've taken awesome reins. They organize the team bondings. They, help make sure everyone's understands the standards, really drilling in, hey, coach likes when we're early, so don't be late. So making sure, they've been showing up like 25 minutes early each morning and just meeting in the skybox, talking, getting ready. Leaders-wise, though, I go back and forth. Last year I had everyone vote for captains, and this year I look, truly everyone has their own form of leadership on the team, which is really cool. So I'm kind of indifferent right now if I'm going to have just one select captain or just kind of let them all keep being the leaders they are, and obviously pick game time captains, but
captain by committee.
Yeah.
I like it. That's cool. That's awesome. They're taking the lead. That's what they're supposed to do.
There you go. That's right. So when you go to look for a player, and Justin's being very patient over there, we're going to get right to you, Justin. Just
I'm a good listener.
Yeah. So when it comes time to go look for a recruit, obviously when you're looking for a volleyball player, I would think, height would probably be impressive. But at the same time, there's lots of, I don't know what the right word, I don't want to, offend anybody.
I am so excited for whatever you're about to ask right now.
I don't want to say shorter folks, but more compact folks play a big role in volleyball. They're the ones that dive on the floor and have to do the setting and, things like that. I hope I used the right.
Compact.
You can correct me. I don't know what the right volleyball term is.
Little shorties.
I think short.
Little shorties.
I think
if she can say little shorties, then I think I'm
the
okay.
word you were dancing around was the right word the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, nobody wants to necessarily be called short.
I don't know if anybody wants to be called compact.
There's also just facts of the matter, and that's okay. They're short. It is what it is.
So but that particular sport has a lot of different combinations of players, and so do you have to kind of blend all that when you go looking for players?
Yeah, my big goal with this recruiting class, and honestly, recruiting classes moving forward, was finding players that are versatile. So players that are not just so stuck on being only an outside or only a middle or only a DS. I want players that can play any position, just well-rounded, good at volleyball, because that adds to our depth. You never know what injuries are going to happen. You never know who clicks well with each other, and that's the cool part. I have a variety of girls that can play anywhere, so that's really, not only does that push them to push each other for that spot, but it gives us a lot of depth to work with. So,
last question for me before we move to Justin. Tell us about the person who wears the colored shirt and has the special title, because
Yes.
I think a lot of people don't know what that position is and how that works in volleyball.
So that's a libero.
Yes.
That's actually that was the position I was when I played here. Different colored shirt because substitutions don't count. They're strictly back row. That's where you're going to find your compact players usually, as you were saying. So yeah, different colored jersey. They can go in for front row players, but that doesn't count as a substitution because in volleyball, sadly, you only get 15 substitutions, and those go by quickly. So
when I first saw that, I had no idea what to. I had to actually go Google it and look it up to see why somebody was wearing a different colored shirt.
Yeah,
I had no idea about that.
They're also going to be your best serve receiver and best defender. In
so
the
that's
back row.
why you wore the shirt, right?
Dang. Compact.
Justin, how many compact players do you have over on the soccer field?
Last year I had quite a few. We're a little less compact this year. We've grown a little bit in height, so that's a good thing.
So are you excited to get things rolling?
Yeah, it's real excited. Fourth season. The first season was just trying to figure out how the college game worked and the recruiting and just put a team together at that time. And each year it gets you turn over half a roster, sometimes more than half, which I did this year. So every year's new, every year's kind of a fresh team, and they all form their own identity. So we're still figuring out our identity. We kind of know where we want to go or how we want to play, but we're still kind of coming into our own kind of thing. But we've got a little bit of time, but definitely excited.
Man, people probably don't think about this or realize it, but coaching at a 2-year college, that's tough. You have such quick turnover. So you'll have your players that you build as freshmen, and they're only with you for just another season. You don't really think about that, but you have new players coming in, and they're taking the reins and helping out. And I know we also have a lot of international players that play specifically soccer out here, and I've seen them on campus. It seems like they just all funneled in last week.
Yep.
How does that change things, having the dynamic with international players mixing with the domestic, some of the homegrown players?
So we're a weekend, and they're acclimating. So the first week went well, but they're still acclimating from being away from home, eating, sleeping, all that. We returned only 11 players, and out of those, 2 of them are injured, so only 9 are active on the roster. So we've got close to 20 new players. A good blend of Americans and internationals. We're right around 50, half and half. So those Americans are able to help them integrate over in the apartments, take them home on weekends, get them around to shopping and just trying to acclimate in general. From a playing style perspective, it is a blending of styles, so it takes a little bit of time, and that's what all this week is. How do we kind of piece together and complement one another based on our abilities?
That's so cool.
So what I'm curious about is the communication aspect. Do they have to learn better English to communicate with us, or do you speak more than one language? Do you have to kind of be well-versed, or how does, I can't imagine how that would work. You have a coaches meeting and you're trying to communicate, and how do you know the message gets out?
It would probably help if I were multilingual. However, I am not. But I do have a player on the team, Ainara, who speaks 4 languages.
Oh, wow.
Very well: English, Portuguese, French, and Spanish.
Dang.
And she has served.
So you bring your own translator with you, basically.
So, and to be honest, all the girls speak pretty good English. No language barriers, especially from the returners, and even the Spanish speakers that are coming in speak very good English. The French take a little bit longer, but they're already acclimating. They're saying "bruh" already, and so they're picking up on things quickly.
Well, in the Midwest, we got to get them to say "oh."
So, is the international recruiting, is that a lot different than the more local recruiting? And do you try to have a blend, or do you find players that fit best in the holes that you have?
A little both. I do want to have a blend on the roster. I want to have an American, more localized base, and the internationals come in and also complement that. From a recruiting standpoint, it is a little bit different. Obviously, we're not going on, John and I aren't going over to Europe, for a month-long recruiting trip in and out of different clubs looking for players. So a lot of this is done on video over Zoom calls. They have representatives that kind of help them. So that recruiting in some ways goes a little bit quicker. You have to present yourself in a meeting, pretty thoroughly, and after that, sometimes the decision can come fairly quickly. Where I would say the American players that I bring in, it is a longer process. They're searching for other schools. You're not the only school they're looking at. They're taking their time. Sometimes they change their mind. So I would say it's just a different kind of time frame. The messaging is always still the same. We're a good place to learn and grow and then move on to your next destination. But the timing and the time that you have to put in and the response rate is a little bit different.
So last year you guys had a pretty successful season. I think you ended ranked in the top, is it 10?
2 years ago. The 2 years ago we ended the season at ranked 20 in the nation. This past season we lost just before nationals, so we didn't end up in the final ranking. I think we were receiving votes at one time.
I was going to say, I thought I remembered something about that.
We competed well. At one point we tied the number 1 team in the country earlier in the year last year. Injuries towards the end kind of hurt us coming into playoff time, although we rebounded, got all the way to the game to play Iowa Western again in the game just before nationals, or the 2 games before nationals, and just came up a little bit short, just kind of ran out of gas. And Laya never got back to full fitness, and we just didn't have enough.
So is there a preseason ranking, and does it mean anything?
There is a preseason ranking. At a 2-year college, again, we're turning over half the roster, so you can go based on last year's performance, but then you would also need to get a true ranking, who's everybody brought in, and then, in my opinion, going after the first weekend of play or the first week of play should be the first ranking. There is a preseason ranking. It comes out today, I believe. I don't anticipating us being on it, and that's just fine. We're going to be competitive, and I would rather come in and get some results and sort of maybe earn that note than maybe getting it where half the team is new.
It's cool. It's such an interesting process, and it's so much work out of you guys. I mean, I don't envy it, but it's very cool. And women's soccer especially, it's kind of a renowned program, and it's been around for a long time, and it's been very successful historically, and it's very cool. And Inara, yeah, that's my kid. She's taken 2 of my classes, and I absolutely loved her.
Does she use a lot of different language on you?
Well, no, she speaks English,
okay.
and she speaks it very, very well, but she helped me be a better teacher in that sense, because I would see her kind of really focusing on what I was saying, and it's like, oh, I need to slow down, and I need to speak a little more deliberately. So look at that. The students are teaching the teachers things too. It's a very cool process. I love the international students, and I do have several soccer players and tennis at one time would come and take my courses. And so it's a very cool thing. You guys are doing a great job. It's very fun to see it all unfold. Very last thing. Why do you have practice and you have training? Have you noticed that? Did you guys even know? It's like
soccer, football, whatever. It just adopted the training thing, and I don't know. Maybe it makes us sound a little more sophisticated.
I don't know why. I just wondered.
That sounded like a direct shot.
That felt a little bit like a jab.
Yeah, that felt
Jay
tough.
Bizzle over there, but
because practices last way too long, way longer than training.
Is that right?
Training 90 minutes, maybe a little over. Her practices maybe 3-4 hours.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, right now we've been doing 2-A-days and.
Glad I'm not playing volleyball.
Yeah,
air conditioned sport though.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
But we're probably putting in on average on the court 4-ish hours a day. I feel like then a couple hours of team bonding and reflection and journaling.
I do feel like there's like a beef or something between that was 2 jabs at you. Air conditioned sport.
Sarcasm.
It's all love.
It's that love. It's that brother sister kind of thing, right?
It's that JB squared.
The JB squared.
It's very cool.
Right. That's right. Well, thanks for being with us. We're going to wish you a great season and hope that everything works out as you hope it does. I know the coach always thinks it's going to be a great year, and you hope for the best, and you never know where it's all going to fall out. But if people can stay fit, as you were saying, and not be injured, I noticed that was another terminology. Came back to full fitness. I just say they're not hurt.
Right.
But there's different things you have to learn when you do soccer.
Yeah,
I've noticed that.
I would add, great. It'll be a great season no matter what. Away from the results, you want the results. But I think hearing what Jenna's doing with her team culture and building the girls, we're trying to do the same thing. So it's going to be a great year. I know Cody's got a lot of things planned starting next week athletically for the whole culture.
For teams to support teams and have a good environment.
It's going to be great. We just hope the results are part of that greatness.
Yeah. They'll come.
Well,
Put in the work.
I'm
Results
excited.
will come.
Sounds like lots going on over in the athletic department.
Lots of good stuff.
Very cool.
thanks so much for giving us a little bit of your time, because it doesn't sound like you have a whole lot of it to spare. So thanks for being on the program.
Thank you.
Do you guys want to give us, since it's JB squared, do you want to give us a combined "we are" to send us out?
Oh, okay. Right. Are we doing it once or twice? Just one.
I'm going to count.
Take your time. Take your time. Figure this out.
We are
LC A to Z.